Hey guys, today's video is going to be a Q&A and I'm going to try to keep it on the shorter side because my Q&As can sometimes be super long, and this is more of like a not personal but like regular life Q&A, not all about law school, because I feel like all of my videos are about law school and like I do have a life outside of law school, which I know is hard to comprehend sometimes, but I do. Let's just get into it because there's a lot of questions here and I'm going to try to answer as many as I can. So the first one is, do you see yourself getting married anytime soon? And I don't know like what soon would mean, but like within the next 3 to 4 years, then yes, I do plan on getting married, obviously to Jesse. I mean, that's like the plan. When I graduate law school, like not long after I graduate law school, but definitely not that summer because I have to take the bar in July. So planning a wedding and taking the bar is kind of impossible. I've heard of people doing it, but it just sounds like a little too much for me. So I do plan on getting married maybe like the summer of 2021, but that's tentative, I guess. The next question is Corey related to Jesse somehow? I noticed she went to the wedding with you in California. Yes. Corey is Jesse's older sister, and I started dating Jesse, and a few years after I started dating Jesse, I became friends with Corey just because she's a few years older than me. I think she's 5 years older than me. So when I turned like 20 and she was 25, we kind of had like the same interests. So we became friends, and now she's my best friend, and we hang out almost more than I see Jesse because, you know, you just see your best friend all the time. Next question is, would you ever live in another state besides New York? And no, I wouldn't. I love New York. I love like the hustle and bustle of New York City. I love that you can get the suburbs, you can live on the beach. I love New York. Eventually, like if I ever like really made it big, I would love to have a summer house, or not a summer house, but like a vacation home in Florida or just somewhere really warm and tropical, but that's like far in the future. Next question is, what's your current favorite eyeshadow palette? And I haven't bought an eyeshadow palette in so long. Two favorite eyeshadow palettes of all time. Well, the first one is the Tartelette palette, the original Tartelette. They have this one and the In Bloom, and I love this one. I literally got this the day it came out. It's just like the perfect range of colors for me. And then despite all the drama surrounding Jaclyn Hill and Morphe right now, I do love my original Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. I just think there's a really great range of colors, and I love the shimmers in this palette. They're just like, it's just totally up my alley, just all those warm neutral tones. But I don't have the Vault palette, and I don't plan on buying it because honestly, I just think the quality of it seems pretty crappy, and I'm just kind of over Morphe and Jaclyn Hill at this point. The next question is, are your parents together? And yes, my parents are together. Favorite food, healthy or unhealthy? So my favorite healthy food, I guess, would be, I love like chopped salads, like when all the vegetables and everything are chopped like really fine. I love those kind of salads, and like acai and pitaya bowls, I love those, but you know, those can be really, really high in sugar. So you have to make sure you're getting one that's like actually acai or pitaya, like the real fruit, not like from juice or something, because they're like really high in sugar. My favorite unhealthy food, I mean, just everything. I love macaroni and cheese. I love bread and pasta and chocolate and cake and dessert. Like, I just really love all junk food. I'm not going to answer every single question just because for time's sake. So if you sent me a question I didn't answer it, I'm sorry. So the next question is, before you met Jesse, advice for singles or singles who still think about their exes? Before I met Jesse, I was 15 years old. So I honestly don't have a lot of good advice for people who are single because like I don't even remember being single, honestly. Like that was so long ago. But I would say if you're still thinking about your ex, like if your relationship ended on horrible terms, sometimes you just need closure, and that's why you can't stop thinking about someone. So maybe you need that closure, but if you just can't stop thinking about them because like you just want to be in a relationship, or you're like missing being in a relationship, try to like go out and meet new people and just surround yourself with like new people and new friends maybe, or just going out with your friends again, like distracting yourself. Are you and Jesse planning on moving out together? Yes. I talked about this before. We do plan on moving out, but for now, I live with my parents. My parents have 3 kids. Well, like, I have 2 sisters. I don't know why I worded it like my parents have 3 kids. Like, I have 2 other sisters who are older than me, moved out, married, whatever. So I'm the only kid who lives here, and like, I just don't want to move out, you know? Like, I don't want to leave my parents. I feel like it's a mutual thing. Like, my parents don't want me to leave, and I don't want to leave my parents. So I think this whole culture of like people need to move out when they're like 23, 24 is just kind of ridiculous. Like, why would I move out and leave my parents, like, if I don't have to, especially because like I don't have like a solid income. But yes, me and Jesse do plan on moving out eventually. This is a good one. What's advice you could give for couples moving in together? Moving in together is definitely a shock, especially if you've lived alone or whatever, you know, for your whole life, like without a boyfriend or a girlfriend or whatever. It's going to take some getting used to, like, you know, every night you're going to be going to bed with this person and you're going to be spending a lot more time together, like, most likely. So it kind of takes a little bit getting used to, and you're going to notice annoying things they do that you never noticed before, like they leave their clothes on the floor, or they don't do their own dishes, or this and that. And that's just stuff you have to talk through. You know, like, could you please put your laundry in the laundry basket? You just have to have conversations about the things that annoy you instead of like letting it build up and then all of a sudden like one dish is in the sink and you like blow up. That's when like problems really start. So I think talking about your problems like as they arise is definitely my biggest tip. I have a lot of law school related questions in here, and honestly, if you have a law school related question, I can guarantee you I've answered it in my law school Q&As or in any of my vlogs. Seriously. So I'm going to link all my law school Q&As down below because I think I've answered every question there is to be answered about law school in those Q&As. Which is why if you submitted a law school related question, that's why I'm not answering it. Next question, what is your holy grail skincare product? Curology. I swear by that stuff. It is so crazy how it cleared my skin up. You guys know I had like really bad acne, and then I used MD acne for like 3 months, and my acne was clear in that period. And then once I ran out of that, I kind of stopped using any like treatment. I just kind of was washing my face, assuming my acne wasn't going to come back, but it did, and my skin got really bad again. So I just ordered Curology, and it's amazing. So if you have acne or like any troubles for your skin, try it. I really recommend it. And a lot of times they have free trials, so I'm not even sponsored by them. I paid for it. It's amazing, and the commercials are true. How do you maintain a healthy lifestyle? You must be new here. I am so far from healthy, guys. I have the worst diet. Like, I eat anything. I eat garbage, trash. Like, I don't eat vegetables. I am not healthy. I don't work out. So even though I am like thin or on the thin side or whatever you want to consider me, even though I'm not overweight, like, I'm not healthy. So that's how I maintain my healthy lifestyle. How do you balance school and self-care? Honestly, there's going to be times where you just can't. You just have so much going on that you work and go to bed and that's it. But you just have to carve out time. Like, I don't do homework really past like 7:30 p.m. because I go to sleep around 9:30 or 10. So I don't do homework in those like last 3-ish hours of my day. And that's when I would do self-care, really. Like, you know, showering and taking care of my skin and watching YouTube videos or whatever I do. That's what I would do then. So you just got to carve out time. So whether you're like a morning person and you want to do that in the morning or in the middle of your day, you just have to make time for it, just like anything else. Will you ever do a meet and greet? I would do a meet and greet if it was like hosted by a company, but I honestly wouldn't do one where I have to arrange it myself, because to arrange a meet and greet yourself, you have to like find somewhere to do it. And honestly, there's a lot of like legal things you technically like have to do to arrange an event. And I just don't want to be involved in that. So if a company wanted to host a meet and greet for me where they took care of all of that, I would do it, but I wouldn't do one on my own. And it's really like, it's also a safety issue for not only me, but anyone who could come. And because they would have to be like in New York City. So that's already like, there's so many people there. And I don't know if a company ever wanted to arrange one. Do you think that it'll be hard to have a relationship or family as a working lawyer? No, I mean, so many of my professors, maybe even all of my professors are professors, and then they have a law firm of their own, and then they're parents. So it's obviously not impossible. I think it's probably hard when you first have your kid, when your child is like young, but you know, it's not impossible. But I'm really not thinking that far into the future right now. Do you ever fake tan? I've been looking at the Isle of Paradise drops and they look so nice. I agree, those drops do look really nice. I went to Sephora and looked at them, but they were like $30 or $40, so I didn't buy them. But I do self-tan on the occasion, and I use St. Maurice from Ulta. It's like $16. But I don't do it all the time just because I hate the process of doing it. You gotta like exfoliate and then moisturize like your elbows and your knees, and then you have to put the self-tanner on. And then I just feel gross after. Like, I just don't like the process. What are your political views? I'm a Democrat. If you follow me on Twitter, you would probably know, because like I tweet about politics a lot. I don't really mention it in my videos, but if you follow me on Twitter, that's where most of my political rants occur. Do you play any instruments? No, I played the violin for a year in 5th grade, but that was it. Coffee or tea? Coffee, all the way. I have tea like here and there, but I'm not like a tea drinker, you know? Coffee, 100%. Will you move and work in the city after law school? I definitely plan on working in the city, as in New York City, after law school. And as for moving there, I do want to move there maybe for a year or so just to get the experience of it. But again, I'm not like positive. I have mostly seen you doing cleaning and other stuff around the house. Does it bother you that Jesse doesn't help? Jesse does help with like so much stuff around the house. He like fixes everything. He does yard work and takes out the garbage and the recycling, and he cleans his own dishes and like stuff like that. I'm just the one who's literally like crazy about things being clean. So dusting and sweeping every single day and putting stuff away. What you guys may not know is Jesse owns his own business, and he's literally at work 24/7. And even when he's home, he's working. So he works probably like at least 12-hour days every day, I would say. So he doesn't really like have the time to just like be cleaning. So I don't really care that he like, I don't know, leaves a cup out. Like, I'll wash it. It's not a big deal. If you only had another 5 years to live, what would you do? That's deep. I would quit school for sure. Because like I only have 5 years left. I'm just going to quit. I would travel. I don't know. I guess that's it. I would quit school and travel. Spend all my money. Yeah, I don't know. That's really deep. I'd have to think about that for a long time. But I would definitely quit school. Have you ever considered starting a business, and what type of business? I have, and I was thinking about this so much over the summer, how badly I want to start like or open a clothing store, like a physical store, not an online store, where it's like clothing and accessories and just like my style type of things, like home decor, like literally everything. How many times did I just say like? My hair is just really disgusting today. It's like 90 degrees out, so there's just not much I can really do, but I would love to open a clothing store. That's like my goal. Not my goal, but like it's something I would love to do in life, and I already have the name picked out. I'm not going to say it because I don't want anyone to take it, but that would be my goal, is to like open a clothing, accessories, home decor kind of store. Obviously, I can't do it right now because it takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of money. Thoughts on planning your life and career trajectory, or will it all just work itself out? I am the kind of person that's like, I'm very like type A, but I'm also kind of go with the flow type of thing. And I'm not into planning my every move. And like in 2 years, I'm going to do this. And in 3 years, I'm going to do that. And in 2 months, I will accomplish this. I'm kind of just like, I'm going to do this and it's going to help me in the future. And then like I apply for jobs, and whichever job I get, you know, I take that job and that'll help me in the future. Like, I'm not planning my every move, but I do think about it, I guess. What's your favorite high-end brand? Well, like for makeup and stuff, I love, not that I've ever even tried it or owned it, but Tom Ford makeup is just so beautifully packaged, and Charlotte Tilbury. And for clothing, anything on Revolve I love, and that's also expensive, like $400 for a shirt, not gonna happen. And then for bags, I love Louis Vuitton and Gucci, though Gucci's like kind of tacky these days, and Givenchy for bags. Did I say that right? I don't know. And the last question I'm going to answer today, because I see this video is already 20 minutes long, is what is your secret to getting to bed early and maintaining a routine? So the secret to getting to bed early is to finish your work early so that you can now like relax, take a shower, whatever, and then like go to bed. So you have to finish your work early. And then to maintain that, like you have to maintain that same sleep schedule at least like Saturday and Sunday. You know, you can't like go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday having an early sleep schedule, and then Friday and Saturday and Sunday night like staying up all night, because then Monday your sleep schedule is going to be off and it's going to take you the whole week to like get back to like your normal schedule, and then it's going to be Friday, and then you're going to stay up late again. But the key is to stay on that routine. And you can go to bed an hour later sometimes, or an hour earlier, and that's not really going to mess you up. But it's when you start, like, you go to bed at 10 o'clock every night, and then Saturday you stay out until 3 in the morning. That is when things are going to get messed up, and I know that from experience. So I hope this Q&A kind of informed you guys some more about my regular life outside of law school. I feel like I have a lot of new viewers who maybe don't know. First law school vlog will be up on Saturday, September 1st, I believe, so stay tuned for that. I just wanted to do this Q&A in the interim here so I didn't have so long of a gap between videos, because I hate that. I do like to upload like 2 to 3 times a week, so I hope you like this Q&A. Sorry my hair is so greasy, but there's nothing I can do about it. I'm sweating so bad right now, and I really have to go turn the air conditioner on. So give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed, subscribe if you aren't, and I'll see you again in the next video.